cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. This is my journey to passable squat. And you see, several years ago I squatted 500 pounds low bar. Since that time I decided to convert over to the high bar style of squatting. Feels easier on my back. Over the last 7 to 8 months I wasn't squatting at all because I was dealing with a partial labral tear in my hip, as well as dealing with a sports hernia, taking time to allow those things to recover. But I thought to myself, is 500 pounds the most I'll ever squat? Mayhaps, but mayhaps not. And if I can do anything about it, let's try and change it. Since that time, over the last 8 weeks, I've been aggressively trying to pursue getting stronger at the squats. This is my journey. I don't recommend what I'm going to be doing because I'm regaining strength, but I'll outline exactly what I am doing, and I'm gonna talk today about, once again, accumulating fatigue, trying to manage it, working with top singles, volume, how you use all these variables in order to optimize progress. What you're gonna see today is that I worked up to top single to acclimate myself to using heavier weights and just feel the weight on my back and practice the art of doing a single, because a single is different, vastly different than repetition work. So I worked up to 435, which is 87% of what I want my goal, so 500 pounds. It moved real smooth. Depth I was happy with, bar position, and actually moved faster than 420. And so every single week, basically when I started at 62.5 or 65%, basically 325 on the bar for 5x5. That was my first week starting back after not squatting for 6 months. Felt real heavy. Every single week, this linear periodization, because once again, I'm regaining strength. I don't need anything fancy. So 325, 335, all the way up today to 405. And then when I got to 375, I started incorporating a single. So I do a top single at 405, back down to 375 for my 5x5. Every single week, just increasing the top single and then the 5x5 by 10 pounds. So I did 435, and then I backed down to 405 for 5x5, which, guess what, is only 5 pounds away from my best 5x5 ever. With that being said, when I did 410 for 5x5, it was pretty damn easy. This 405, I was feeling it. But what this indicates, once again, there's different expressions of strength, right? A single is the best expression of how you're performing, right? What's your 1 rep max? And that for me right now needs work. I need to get used to the nervous system handling heavier weight, which is why singles I'm gonna keep doing as I rapidly regain my strength. But if we look at the volume work, I'm doing pretty well. It doesn't feel amazing, so it looks faster than it feels, but that's because I'm rapidly regaining that strength. So 405, and then from there, because I just kind of want to be masochistic and I don't want to walk tomorrow, I back down to 3x8, 15% less than my working sets of 5x5. So that means 345 pounds. I did 3x8. That actually moved real well. And then we do deficit deadlifts, or deadlifts in general. Why are you so loyal? Some people just have that movement. For me, deadlifts have always kind of moved, especially when I cut out volume and instead I focused on intensity and just doing lower repetition work, so sets of 3, sets of 5, singles as well, and keeping that fatigue manageable, and then slowly over time just increasing the intensity. So deadlifts, I've actually only been deadlifting for 4 weeks now, and I'm already back to 445 for a 5x5. I'll be back up at 500 pounds for 6 sets of 3 or something like that. So 85% of 602 in like 3 weeks. Deadlifts are loyal. Squats I've always had to work for, and the lift that you need to work for the most is what you should invest the most time and energy on. For some people, especially I notice with powerlifters, their bench press, perhaps they focus too much on intensity, not sufficient volume. They don't have enough hypertrophy when it comes to their chest, the deltoids, and the triceps. So what ends up happening is that they have a limit. The rate limit of their progress is actually just their sheer muscle mass. And so focusing on the bench press more, benching 3 to 4 times a week could assist. For me, it's the squat. So I'm benching 2 to 3 times a week. I'm squatting 3 to 4 times a week. I'm only deadlifting twice, but my deadlift will be back around 600 pounds, knock on whatever this material is right here, if I just keep doing what I'm doing. And so when I talk about figuring out what's optimal for the individual, every single individual responds differently. There are definitely rules of thumbs, generalizations that will apply to the vast majority of people, but after you reach that intermediate point, you have to really start customizing. So this is my journey of regaining my strength. It's going fantastic. I'm showing you week to week to show you there ain't no magic tricks. I'm not just gonna suddenly come out here, dick out, squat 500. Well, maybe I might do that, but it's going to happen at some point things are progressing well. I'm learning also once again to enjoy the journey, and that's why I want to stress to everyone out there, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. I had to deal with some setbacks, and yeah, that's just lifting. If you look at any lifter that's been lifting for a long period of time, that's what we deal with. But it's not whether that will happen to you, it's what you do after that occurs. And so this journey has been fantastic. I'm looking forward to California. I have that 4 or 5 squat off for reps. Honestly, my best ever is 405 for 10. If I could get 10 repetitions or 11, that'd be fantastic. I just got to make sure to injure Mike before he goes, which I shouldn't have said that out loud, but he's not going to watch this video, so it means that he's not going to know what hit him, literally. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.